What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Primetime Sports Podcast, hosted by Joey Larry. So, just as I say, that was my last episode just about an hour ago now. I filmed that. Now, once again, I'm recording another episode because Julio Rodriguez, rookie stud on the Mariners, just signed a huge contract extension, has only played 108 games this year, only 21 years old, on the year, 20 home runs, 64 RBIs, and 23 stolen bases with a 799 OPS and 420 at-bats. Just about a day or so ago now, he became the fastest player in American League history to reach 20 home runs and 20 stolen bases, doing it in just 107 games. So 107 career games it took him to reach 20 home runs and 20 stolen bases. Last best was Mike Trout with 112 games getting 20 and 20. So he only did it in 107, so he's obviously on his way to being one of the best in the game. As for what the deal looks like, as of now, I was just reading, it's expected to be guaranteed around $200 million, maybe more than that. Jesse Sanchez, who covers the MLB, said Mariners outfielder Julio Rodriguez is finalizing a deal with the Mariners. The deal is expected to guarantee more than $200 million with the possibility of earning him as much as $250 million more dollars, with the possibility of earning him as much as $450 million plus. So it's $200 million guaranteed just about, maybe more than that, and then up to $450 plus million. So $250 more million than what's guaranteed he could earn, potentially based on market value and performances and how he plays. But it only took him 108 games to get this contract extension, and sometimes giving a guy a deal before they break out or before 3 or 4 years down the line, you save a lot of money. If you look at it, Wander Franco signed a big contract extension last year with the Tampa Bay Rays, signed an 11-year, $182 million contract extension. Then you look at it, Julio Rodriguez now signing a big deal in just his rookie season. The Red Sox honestly probably would have benefited if we paid Rafael Devers 2 or 3 years ago now. So sometimes you make a decision to pay a guy 2 or 3 years before they hit the market or before the market value continues to go up. Because right now you're saving money by paying him. Obviously it's a risk because he's only a rookie and he's only played 108 games. But I think they saw a lot in him in those 20 home runs, in those stolen bases. I think they saw a lot there and said, you know what, let's just pay him now and save some money in the future. 20 home runs, 64 RBIs, 23 stolen bases, and a 799 OPS in 108 games. Just 21 years old, star center fielder, and obviously had a big run in the MLB Home Run Derby this year, and honestly could have won it just once. Soto obviously got the best of him, and Rodriguez got tired at the end. But obviously, a great payday for him. He obviously deserves it, as I said, 21 years old, and is one of the brightest stars in the game of baseball. And obviously, Seattle saw, hey, let's pay him now and save some money for the future, even though obviously it's a risk since he's only played 108 games. We believe it's a long-term investment and an investment that's going to be good for the team for the future. So, obviously a big payday for him. Congratulations to him on that huge contract extension. As I said, $200 plus million, up to $450 million plus. So, obviously, a crazy payday for him. 108 games is all it took. But I think they saw that, hey, we can pay him now, probably save a good amount of money, and lock him up for the future. You lock him up for the future, and at the end of the day, he might stay a Mariner forever now with that deal. Anyways, thank you guys so much for taking the time to listen to this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Obviously, as I said, Rodriguez, actually just the 12th rookie, this is one other stat that I missed, became the 12th rookie in MLB history to reach 20 home runs and 20 stolen bases in a season. And the last Mariner to do it was Mike Cameron in 2002. Just the 6th player in Mariners history to do that. So, obviously, the Mariners saw, hey, we got a very special player in him, and why not finalize this contract extension with him? And obviously, at the end of the day, it's going to be worth a ton of money. $210 million guaranteed over 14 years. Just seeing this from Jeff Passan. $210 million guaranteed over the next 14 years with the ability to grow well over $400 million. Includes player and team options. So, obviously, it's very complicated. The structure of it, as Jeff Passan said, it's a very complicated structure, but at the end of the day, 14 years with $210 million guaranteed and the ability to grow well over $400 million with player and team options. And obviously, if you look at it, no one knows, obviously, what he's going to make it 5 years from now. But as you look at it right now, it could actually be one of the better deals in baseball today, considering you're paying him before the market value continues to go up 5 to 10 years from now. So, obviously, he deserves his money, and he got $210 million at just 21 years old, and could be up to $400 million. Tatis got $340 million at 22 years old. And then Acuna signed a 10-year, $100 million contract at 21 years old. So that's why you can actually save money. Obviously, Tatis got a ton of money, $340 million at 22 years old. This is according to Danny Vietti, who covers the MLB for CBS Sports, that is. But Acuna signed that deal with the Braves, 10 years, $100 million at 21 years old, and that ends up being one of the best deals in baseball because you pay him early. You run the risk of, hey, he's only a rookie, he's very young. It could end up backfiring if he's not the great player, and we're still paying him, $10, $15 million down the line in deferred money. But I think if you look at it, you might actually get a deal out of this, like the Acuna thing. Who knows? Obviously, he's getting a lot more money than Acuna got, but this could end up being a great deal for him, as I said. It could end up being a great deal like the Acuna deal where you're saving money, just like Wander Franco. You're paying him, and obviously Franco is a risk too since he was very young when he signed that deal too. And now he's been hurt for the majority of the last month or two. One of my favorite players in baseball. I'm a big fan of him. But if you look at it, sometimes that can actually help. And I wish the Red Sox did that with Rafael Devers 2 or 3 years ago. Paid him in 2019, early in his career, where he's still young now, but pay him early in his career before he's going to get the $35, $40 million in the open market. 30 to 35 million is probably what Devers will be somewhere around in his contract per year. Anyways, thank you guys so much for taking the time to listen to this. As always, I appreciate it. And as I said, I'll be back in the studio at BC with a live radio show very soon. I'll keep you guys posted on that. But thank you guys so much for taking the time to listen to this over the summer. As I said, this was such a pleasure being able to do this. And 41 episodes now, so I did it for, a long time, 41 episodes in. So thank you guys. Thank you to everyone that was dedicated to taking the time to listen to this always. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Anyways, have a great summer, guys. Stay safe and stay well. Enjoy yourself and take care. Thank you.